You can pressure cook some pasta? No way. Marinara on it? Or like tomato paste. And then like pork sausage. Folks, this is very, very simple. A child would be able to cook these things here. I just pressure cooked this in my car. I don't know why. I had propane. Maybe just because I was able to do so. I had frozen corn because I also had the Brussels sprouts. And I needed to make sausage gravy I had 2 packs of this pork. One was mild, one was spicy. So we wanted to just cook half of that. I cannot believe the pasta idea worked. That's incredible to me. You know, I got a case of this off Amazon, and it was months ago when I did that. It was like just being storage in the top of my closet all summer, and then like, does pasta last forever if it's dry? Oh yeah, this is looking great. Cause it boiled at 250 degrees. It was only 3/4 of the way full or whatever. That's as full as I want it to be. Because the idea is here, I'm trying to cook this for 20 minutes every time. So I have like the same amount of ingredients. I have, it doesn't matter what temperature the ingredients are. Because as soon as it pressurizes, you know that anything that was frozen is already thawed out mostly, and it's starting to boil the water. I always do have the same amount of water in this every time. It's 16 ounces of water. There's no reason to do anything differently than that. Just so that it would be easy to remember. All I do, I just fill this up to the top. And that's 1 pound. And that's how you know. It's the easy way to measure. I just finished cooking this. It's really, really, it looks good. It smelled like just like a restaurant while I cooked this though. Wow, I couldn't believe it. Because I didn't use that much spices in this actually. It was only a tiny tablespoon or so, or whatever. Oh, and by the way, this is like so spicy, I don't even know how hot it is gonna taste yet. It's got 2 or 3 cayenne peppers. And like, oh yeah, it's got the Old Bay in there too, just for the sodium, the salt. I can't believe the pasta is thoroughly cooked though. It's a miracle. The directions says to boil it for 11 minutes in 4 or 6 quarts of water. Or is it cups? I can't remember. Quarts. 4 to 6 quarts of water, boil. That's just disappointing. They failed to mention that you gotta have the right size pot to fit all of that. If you overdo the water level, then it would foam up, right? Make a huge mess in your stove. See, in this method, I don't have to worry about any mass, because none of the food even contacts the top of this lid. It's only steam up here. And it's important too that you can't have this getting blocked up with any foam or something. Yet you're still able to cook some pasta in here if you do it the right way, like I did. You want to layer the pasta in there right above the vegetables, but underneath the other stuff, the meat. Wow, this is, oh wow. I can't believe I just cooked such delicious food though. I was just dreaming about this idea like last night, because the sausage gravy, that's for Sunday. So then I felt like I had to have sausage somewhere, one way or another on Friday, just to prepare, to mentally prepare for like, oh, this is delicious. Oh wow. It's got 2 red bell peppers, 2 small yellow onions, 1 whole thing of garlic, fresh chopped. But after I put the pasta in, I just wanted to like make sure that it was saturated with some non-stick spray. I don't know why. Maybe it would help keep the pan clean a little more. Probably not though. I mostly just stuck that in there because usually I have pasta with butter, olive oil, or cheese, or I don't even know. Not just steamed plain by itself. That's just too boring. I don't do that. That sausage in the pack was just a rectangular block of it, and then I stuck it in there as is, and it cooked and into a solid hunk, and it's like cuttable with the edge of a spoon. It's so cool though. Another benefit to the pressure cooking method, it requires so much less energy than every other way of cooking. You can't come up with a more efficient way to do this. You take the heat and the pressure, and the steam is 250 degrees, but you can maintain that temperature a whole lot more easy, and it would be stable on just a low flame. After you've heat everything up hot enough, it's already releasing steam, and then you can maintain that temperature. At least you would use a little less heat to do that than a stock pot with a lid, or for example a saucepan, a 10-inch skillet, or something like that. Like when you fry some chicken, you're using so much more heat than you use when you pressure cook the chicken. Why not just go with the easier method then? One day I hope we don't ever run out of natural gas. That would suck. But there is always propane. Didn't come from the same spot and the pocket of gas above the coal and the oil and underneath like the earth crust. Is that where they find it? The horizontal drilling to extract the gas, and then they make a pipeline quality gas, goes over to separate they have butane in there. Like, what's in there, right? Like methane. I mean, how would I be able to pressure cook things using a coal fire? Or how about a wood stove? Oh, what if I want to be creative about it and use solar energy? Ho ho ho. I might be able to change the world one day with this sort of stuff. And this isn't actually too spicy. It's the perfect amount of seasonings in here, I swear. I haven't had pork sausage and pasta, like curry flavored though, in my whole life, basically. I can't really remember doing that. It's not like I haven't done that before. Just kidding. I used to do that in the crock pot every day, like, or like once a week. I tell you what, though. We got Old Bay, and it had curry paste, right? And I decant some of the fluid in the curry paste. You see? Also in there is hot, spicy peppers. I have just enough for like more. I dumped half of the mixture in what I just cooked here. Save the rest for later. I love it how in a van you're able to store so much more of your goodies all around. For example, this piece of junk. I actually had that in the back all summer. I didn't just use it until just now. Set the thing down on the center console, and it's not like burning hot metal. I'm gonna scoop more of this because I'm a hungry guy. I just cleaned up my Dutch oven in the back. Like, I wipe it out with distilled white vinegar and paper towel, and that's good enough. You don't even have to have dishwashing liquid for every single thing that you clean. And I've never even cooked in that thing before. The only thing I use that is really like storing the food after it's been cooked. It's a place to pour the food out of this pot, for example, if I wanted to do that. And it's made of metal. if it's cold, it'll just cool the food right down, and you stir it up and then have a whole bunch really quickly. If you're very hungry, you could. Another alternative is the wooden trench. I make salad in that thing, but I also use it nowadays. Since I got this just 5 days ago. That's as long as I've had this thing. I cook a whole bunch of food in it, and then I just pour out the whole thing and let it steam, let it cool, let the steam rise. Like, set it out in the hood of my truck. That way, everybody gets to smell what I'm cooking. It's this. I tell you, this smells just wonderful, because it has like all this seasonings in it. And the pasta, look at this. Everything, it's all evenly cooked. The perfect amount of water in it, 16 fluid ounces. My only complaint is that the garlic doesn't do so good with the hotter temperature. The flavor just barely comes through, but the rest of it tastes fine. So steamy. Wow, this is enough food for me, like 2-3 days anyway. And I'm a real hungry guy, I tell you. So look at this piece of sausage here. It's got some saturated fat, some goodies. This pasta spoonful here, some carbs and sugar mixed with vegetable. I've also got onion and red bell pepper. The frozen corn and frozen Brussels sprouts was just added on top as like an afterthought. Or no, I planned to do that ahead of time. I did. I pulled it out of the freezer on the way to work, just so that I would have all the ingredients sitting on the passenger seat over here, ready for me whenever I need to light the propane and cook all this. Amazing. Wow. This is such a blessing to like look at all this. I'm so hungry too. I'm gonna have sausage gravy on Sunday. This sausage here was put to such good use though. And the spices and seasonings, and wow. This is so colorful too. Whoa. Check out that onion. Oh yeah. It's got like marinara because you had the tomato paste on it. The rest of the seasonings mixed with that. Then the water that drips over the top of that or whatever, it adds to this, and this absorbs, because tomato paste is like it's just like tomatoes that have been dehydrated. Yeah, I parked here like an hour ago, and chopped up whatever I needed to do, get it done. Grabbed my pot and filled it, and then lit the propane, and then after that, 15 minutes after that, it was boiling hot. And started pressurizing, right? Like the thing went up. Then you start to see the steam, and the weight on the lid starts to rock. I read many things about the weight on the pressure cooker. See, because nowadays when people talk about pressure cooker, they're only talking about Instant Pot. And it isn't even a real thing. It's fake. Just like those air fryers out there. George Foreman Grill is guilty as well. No air fryers, no nothing, no digital anything. Nothing that's a computer doesn't belong in your kitchen. All you need is the manual, like old-fashioned type of cookware. Reason I started doing all this pressure cooking here, I came up with a wise idea to get out of the cold wind, because I was trying to do some barbecuing before, just out of the park in random spots. So risky too. What if a dog would have came up and stole my barbecue and like ate all of my steak? That wouldn't be so nice. That would ruin my day. It's never happened to them before, but like they come a little too close sometimes and start smelling it, like as if they wanted a piece. I don't trust a dog around like any of my property, especially just not my food though. I had to get out of that wind just because it was wasting so much propane. Had to keep going back, getting more at the Home Depot, more from the Walmart, trying to look for more of the Sterno bottles. Then all I ended up was getting the Coleman brand. Benzomatic is a nice one too. I'm gonna get one of those as soon as I run out. My problem is they just never taught me in high school how do you refill your small little propane thing. How do you take a big, large propane cylinder to fill up like a smaller bottle so you could travel around with it, take it like in a backpack? They didn't really seem to have many options for this. I would be more than happy to go get a propane cylinder at the BJ's. That's fine by me. I just don't know anything about the valves or what they're shaped like or what's compatible with what. I just know that they call it LPG. I forgot what that even means. I'm just a very simple guy. I don't really tend to know very many things at all. I have a brain injury. Yeah. This is kind of similar to what I ate actually while I was healing up from in the hospital. I had loads of pasta and sausage. I don't know why. I felt like that was what I wanted to have the most, and lots of milk too. I mean, I wasn't chugging the milk like I normally do. I was just having it pretty frequently. Because the more glass of milk you have throughout your day, doesn't the calcium absorb better? And then if you've got fractures and you want to heal them quicker, well, what did you expect me to do? Really? Wow, this is so flavorful. Just the perfect amount of taste and everything. Like, I was just staring at that whole thing of big dozen boxes of 1 pound box of penne pasta. It was in my closet. I needed to pull it down and cook some. It had been there for like a year, or at least since ever since May. That's when I probably got it. Well, this place was full of like people earlier while I was cooking this. Nobody even seemed to notice what I was doing. Maybe this cooking smell already dissipated by now and my windows are rolled up. How would they know? I mean, while the stove's on, you just need the windows cracked. That way you don't get the carbon monoxide. You know what it is. I haven't cooked anything this nice in so long. Wow. It's because I don't usually even cook. It's because I hadn't had access to these things yet. Or like, I was mostly making salads for the most part. That's just what was easy and convenient for me. Well, yeah, this might last me until Sunday. This is a lot of food. Oh, wow. How impressive. Yes, I'm gonna eat all that. Tomato paste and like corn. Right incorporated right into the penne pasta. Some of that pork fat rendered down. That pork was on top of the pasta. But it has like non-stick cooking spray slathered all over the, so like maybe it's just the right amount of like the perfect texture also has the perfect amount of sodium. I was very generous with the Old Bay. This was like a lot of food though. I'm not trying to go low sodium currently. There be times like when you want to do that though. This is just mostly a big pasta and veggie dish here. This is what's left. Should I just stick the lid on, leave it in my car, and just eat it on the way to work tomorrow or something? Well, it would be cold though. I think I'm gonna like take it inside just so I can heat it up when I wake up. Sometimes I leave food in my car though after cooking it. Cause you know, if you're gonna finish all of that in 48 hours, then it's like, who cares then? What, is it going to go bad in that amount of time? No, it's not. It's cold in a cold car though. It's not even too warm and sunny in the daytime. It'll rain tomorrow, I heard. It's gonna be a little bit dark or whatever. Yeah. Well, like the last sesh I had was this pressure cooker. I was making lentils and like beef. That was so much calories though. And I had 2 bags of lentils actually. I had to do it and split it up into 2 20-minute session things. Couldn't fit it all in one anyway. Cause it was like carrots, onions, green peas, and also corn, and the beef. Lots of red bell pepper. Nice things in there. I that's just what I was eating past couple days, and it lasted me all the way up until today. What a bunch of dang food. Huh. Two of those pressure cookers, it lasts you. How long does that last you? Like since Wednesday. I think that I cooked it on Wednesday. I must have. I just realized I stuck a whole bunch of it, like half of it's in the freezer. Don't know why. I didn't have any space in the fridge for it. But that's some kind of a emergency meal in case anything happens to me. I won't go hungry, at least for like a day or so. So I had no flour products that whole time, and honestly, like I did pressure cook something the time before that, lentils. I made a bunch of brown rice. I did. So that sure lasted me 2 or 3 days too. And I hadn't had flour products for so long until just now. So like coming back into it, right? It's really like so captivating. Oh wow. This is the essence. You see, that's what I came here for. I lied. I had a little toast and butter and jelly. Like I made like a sandwich with the jelly and the butter and 2 pieces of nice multi-grain, and like I did that a little bit in the past 2 days. I did that. That was all just because I felt like butter contains a really valuable nutrient, which I was probably deprived in, and I felt like I needed to replenish that. So if you have like butter in very, very small little amounts, but like for a few days, you replenish something back up slowly. It retains in your liver. You can tell it's there though. You feel it, right? Like you can tell. Butter is like something that's tangible. It's an oil, and it is a fat. So then you can tell that it's filled with triglycerides, right? You can perceive the sensation easily. It's butter. You try to have like a whole stick of butter all in one. That's intense right there. Oh yeah. Chug some milk afterward and I like to have milk before bedtime. I have a confession to make. I like to slide down to the gas station just whenever and just go get chocolate milk. I mean, that's not the only thing I get there either. So it's like, I suppose I'm just one of the locals around here. Oh, this is delicious. Sausage and pasta. Like, whoa, I'm so happy I made this. I guess anything that's got a whole box of pasta mix with it and some meat, that should last you 2 or 3 days, right? If you're a normal person, maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe like an elderly woman or like a child, might last them longer. Who knows? I'm not judgmental. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not age-based discriminating. I don't do this. I don't hate. I'm only here to cook good food. You feel me? Like, that's what I did just now, though. So I hope that you like that. I learned that you can pressure cook some pasta and it works. Wow. Sausage and everything like this. Who knew? That's impressive. Because I decided to duck down, stoop down low, and look on the bottom shelf along the floor in a Walmart along Route 50 in Fairfax County. Because I did all that on like Wednesday a week ago, then I guess that means I'm able to I won't have any food insecurity because I'll be able to easily come up with really like good nutritious food, healthy and like delicious high quality food, and cook it fresh and just put the leftovers in the freezer. That way that they last as long as I want them to. I'm a smart man. I put that I stuck it right next to right in there. Yeah, I got that ice. That's how it works. Oh yeah, I need to get a fridge of my own though. That's one thing I don't have out here. When I came inside the Beltway, I acknowledge and accept the terms and conditions which apply, that I don't get no fridge of my own. There's just nowhere to put it, right? I don't get to have my own fridge. Oh, I could have afforded that years ago, and I still can't get it. Dang. Well, at least I don't drink anymore. I guess that's good. I got that going for me though. It's one reason not to even worry about the fridge. To hell with getting one of those though, right? Like, we probably have enough space in the fridge. We already got it. I don't need to get anything. Like, don't make any large purchases. The big ticket items are in short supply because the railroad went on strike. I didn't hear any trains swing by. They must actually not be joking. I hope that you can learn my recipe. I wish that you enjoy to cook amazing, healthy, high quality, and like tasty, delicious meals. And don't spend too much money on it either, because then you'd you won't get that cash back. You're gonna have to go on a budget, get as many of the things that you can think of off the top of your head on Amazon, and just walk around the store and go look for some sales. Get some good deals on like Christmas and online shopping. I don't know. I guess about the only thing I need to buy is a dang rear door, because the latch on mine rusty. And I don't know how to fix the thingy on the side of it. How do I do this? What do I do in this situation? For Christmas, I need a new rear door. You feel me? I want to go tailgate, you know? I'm trying to have a picnic. I'm gonna have out here. I will be a licensed food truck business in a Jeep Cherokee. How do you like that? Yeah. Thanks for watching YouTube, and I hope that you can copy my recipe, because that was delicious food. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna cook that again for sure.